The man only wanted to scare the intruder away, but when the doorbell suddenly rang, it startled him, and his finger slipped on the trigger. The gun went off. His wife came running into the living room as the lights turned on. In front of them was the man who had been shot. Blood was flowing from his eye. The shooter's hands were still trembling when the police arrived. The sheriff explained that the intruder was a wanted criminal named Fadi. He assured them there was nothing to worry about. It was clearly self-defense. To close the case, the man just needed to go to the station and give his statement. Sitting in the back of the police car, he couldn't process what had just happened. He had taken a life. Back home, he and his wife sat silently on the floor, staring at the blood splattered across the wall. They didn't know what to do. Eventually, they started cleaning it up. By morning, the entire city knew about the incident. The sheriff informed him that the intruder would be buried the next day. But a question kept bothering him. Did that man have a family? The sheriff said he had a father who had just been released from prison that same day. Hearing this made him deeply uneasy. Fearing revenge, he replaced all the locks in his house with heavy, high-security ones. But then, he received a call from an unknown number. No one spoke on the other end. In his mind, he was sure it was the dead man's father. He couldn't sleep that night. He sat in the living room, alert at every sound. The next morning, he went to the cemetery to visit Fadi's grave. As he sat in his car, an old man suddenly appeared beside his window. In a calm voice, the man said, "Peaceful place, isn't it?" He immediately knew this was Fadi's father. Then the man said something that sent chills down his spine. "I saw your family photo in the newspaper. Your son looks just like you." Terrified, he rushed to his son's school and brought him home. Then he went to the sheriff, begging him to arrest the man. But the sheriff said there was no proof. Maybe he was just trying to scare him. With no other option, he returned home with his wife and son. But as they arrived, he noticed something chilling. The front door lock was broken. "Get back in the car," he said quickly. In panic, he told his wife to take their son to the police station while he grabbed a weapon from the trunk and entered the house alone. At first, everything seemed empty, but when he stepped into his son's room, he saw a bullet lying on the floor, then another, and another. The police arrived immediately. Now they had evidence. They set up secret surveillance and stationed an officer inside the house. Still, he couldn't sleep. One night, he went downstairs to get some milk. When he returned to the bedroom, he froze. The dead man's father was standing beside his son's bed. Then he heard a strange noise from upstairs. He went down again. The attic door was open.